Welcome back to the channel, folks. Keith here from Celtic. I hope you are all doing well. First of all, before I start the video and start talking about Sparta Prague at home preview, I just want to say thank you to it's a Grand OT for the t-shirt. It's all the captains of Celtic through the years since the club's been established, so the link is in the bio. If you want to buy one, cracking. He does it in 4 different colours as well, so black, green, grey and white as well. So let's move on to the game. Big game tomorrow, as usual. Every game in Celtic's marvellous season, going towards 10, going towards other honours, is big. Europa League tomorrow, 8 o'clock kick-off at home in Celtic Park against Sparta Prague, the champions of Czech Republic. Now, at the moment, they obviously started off their campaign with 2 losses. They got beaten 4-1 at home against Lille, and then they got beaten by AC Milan away in the San Siro 3-0. They're sitting top of the Czech League, 6 wins out 6. Slavia Prague is second in the league. They have a massive game on Sunday against Viktoria Pilsen. Viktoria Pilsen, as you all know, you've seen them in the Champions League. They've qualified for the Champions League many times in the last 6 or 7 years. The Czech Republic League is a tough league. You know, they've had some phenomenal players coming through their international side in previous past, like Milan Baros, Jan Koller, Paolo Nedved, Peter Cech. You know, Rosicky as well, some really good players. But let's look at now. Regards to the squad, there's no one really that sticks out to me that I know, that I recognise, but they're mostly all Czech-based players, which is understandable. Trying to keep it in the roots, trying to keep, you know, homegrown players in there. What I'm expecting tomorrow is not a walkover. Celtic need to keep at a level, at a tempo. We can't take this team for granted, because if we go down to their level in Europa League standards, we will concede, and we don't want to concede against these. So I'm going to fancy 2-0 tomorrow. My squad will be the same as it was in the cup final. Bain in goal. Bain's been doing pretty good. Saved the penalty last Thursday. He had a clean sheet the weekend. Crucial saves in the first half. It wasn't his fault for the first goal, even though it was on his far post. But look, let's back Scott Bain. I'm sure Barkas will bounce back. Barkas is a good keeper. He just hasn't found his feet yet at Celtic, and he will. Like, he's a Greek number 1. He's had Champions League experiences with AEK. Just give him a bit of time. And the back 4 will be Laxall. Laxall's been crucial so far in European football for us. Obviously against Milan, he was pretty good. He showed good spells. He should have been a player that night, the best player on the pitch. Very good against Aberdeen away in the both fixtures. Obviously Pittodrie and Hampden, he's been pretty good. I have to say, being impressed with him. I think we should definitely go in for the boy. There's reports saying that we could get him for 5 million, pre-contract of 5 million. That'd be a steal. That'd be an absolute steal. Like what Frimpong was literally buttons when we got him from Man City. So Jeremy on the right back position. Jeremy has been hot and cold so far this season, but he has a couple of assists as well on his belt. You can see a lot of tackling coming out of him as well, which he should be, because he's a right back. So we're starting to see more physical of Jeremy Frimpong as well with attacking. Near Beaton at the back, nearest third game back since the COVID-19 recovery. Beaton gives Duffy composure and calmness. You know, they have together, both of them together, have a clean sheet. You know, Duffy has been up and down so far since he came into Celtic, but he's still a marquee sign in my eyes. He's Republic of Ireland captain. We need to give him a bit of time, let him rest, let him get himself together. He's been through a tough year. I'll keep backing him, and he will come good. He scored 2 goals already for us. So lay off Duffy, as I keep saying. Lay off him, he will come good. He just needs the right centre-back pairing. If it's Oyer, if it's Julian, or if it's Beaton, because when Oyer comes back from his groin injury, when Julian comes back from his back injury, now Julian is due back training next week. Neil Allen came out and said that he's due back to Scotland tomorrow, but he's due back training next week. And then the international break, he'll be obviously recovering through that, and then we hope we see him in feature after the international break. We don't even want to talk about the international break right now. Absolute disaster, as we all know. The previous international break, what a cause for Celtic. So that's me back 4. Midfield will be 5. Scott Brown in there, the captain, the enforcer. Give him a go. European appearance for him. Give him 60 minutes under the belt. Let him command. He's been pretty decent the last 2 games. You can't fault him there. He's 35 years of age. Still quite fit. Fantastic captain. Over 20 honours for the club. Bruni in there. Same haircut. So me and Bruni. With Callum Mack. Cal is being very hot and cold so far. A lot of these players haven't hit the level yet, but they are. Every game goes past, we are improving, and we will get there. There's no point thinking of 10 now. There's no point thinking of a certain trophy now, because we just need to just keep winning games, get these 3 games in hand over and done with, and then beat our closest rivals in the new year. And then we'll be talking. Callum in there being effective. He scored a nice goal away in Pataudry. He scored a few goals at home as well this season, obviously against Hibs and Livingston. The goals in his department. We need to see a European goal out of Callum big time. Rodgers ahead of him. Tom Rodgers has 4 assists against Aberdeen in the last 2 games. This is European standards. He's been okay so far since he came back into the team in European games. So Rodgers in there. I think Rodgers is a class player. I'm glad he wasn't sold to that Qatari club. He's a lot to offer. Look, he's not the greatest tackler, but in the last third of the pitch, he's so effective. He's great with his feet. I love Tom Rodgers. Massive fan of Tom Rodgers. A Celtic legend, I would say, in my eyes. On the right would be Ryan Christie. James Forrest is out for another 6 to 8 weeks at least. He only went through surgery yesterday. It was successful. So Christie in there. Christie is a battler. You know what Christie has. He's been class so far, and his goal the weekend was absolutely immense. So Christie's on a bit of form. Mohamed Alusi on the left. Mohamed is coming off 3 goals in the last 2 games. Absolute crackers as well in Lille. That double in Lille, and then he should have scored as well, but he took too much touches with it in the second half. Took around 3 players and he could have hit it, but he decided to go too much with it. So Mohamed in there, he's the man for Europe so far. If we get him back to the level he should be at, he'd be unstoppable. He'd be at Sinclair level, Scott Sinclair level. And then up front would have to be Odsonne Edouard. This is time for Edouard to start getting on the scoring skates, because transfer window's done. I don't know if he's going to go away with the France under 23s or the under 21 squad, whatever it is. We need to get Odsonne at the level he should be at. Obviously the last time he went away, he was hit with COVID-19. So fingers crossed he doesn't go away with France. I hope Neil Lennon just puts the authority in the club, put the authority and say, no, Odsonne's staying here. He's not ready to go away with the France squad. But Odsonne, give him a go. We have resources in the bench. Yeti obviously started over in Lille, didn't really work out for him. He had a few chances, but this is a different opposition, it's a different venue. Yeti could come on. Congratulations to Griffiths getting the Scotland call up as well for the 3 fixtures, crucial fixtures for Scotland to get into Euro 2021, as you would say. But Griffiths could come off the bench with Klamala. Turnbull could come on, replace Bruni, and the Cham could come on, replace Bruni. We'll have Elhamed back, which he featured the weekend. He had got 20 minutes under his belt, which is good to see Haytham come back and do well. So there's Welsh as well, there's Dembele. Overall, as I said, I'm expecting 2-0. Where I'm expecting the goals to come from, I'm expecting Mohamed Anusi to come up with 1. And I'm going to say Ryan Christie again. I'm going to say the 2 boys from the weekend. I think Christie, long ranger, why not? We need to start scoring goals from outside the box. We have players there. Tom can hit them, Bruni can even hit them. Many times he has. Callum can hit them. So we need that aggression. We need that forward to be on the A game, and most of all, we need an offence to keep another clean sheet, especially for Duffy, because I'm sick of this Duffy criticism. I can't deal with it anymore. Really can't deal with it. Like, as I said before many times on this channel, you need to back a player and back him. If he needs to be rested, he needs to be dropped. Come back in, let him come back stronger. We need that. We need leaders out there. If one thing goes wrong or 2 things go wrong in the game, don't hate him for 4 or 5 weeks and keep on him bone scare. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. He'll come back, So yeah, let's see how we get on tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I really appreciate it if you can subscribe and click the notification buttons. I'm going for 5k. I should be bossing this, but sometimes the content is not the best, but we'll get there. So I appreciate the support. I'll be back tomorrow night for my reaction, and hopefully it's the 3 points so we can start progressing, because obviously AC Milan and Lille are playing against each other, so they're going to be taking points off each other. So let's see how we get on. Hell, up the Celts. Speak to you all soon.